Okay, now we're filming. Well, hello, we switch gears now. It feels much more comfortable behind the camera than in front of it, so it makes you rather direct and produce than being actors. Okay, so, as I was saying, Jeff Stone took over the operation, and he was nice to just settle a little argument, and now we got everything squared away, I can go on. So, where was I? I was talking about Jeff Stone. He was dishwashing, and he was a busboy at the time. He was 19 years old. He decided to take over his operation. He made his bid. He borrowed money from friends, and I believe he started with $5,000 of his own. So he got $20,000 down payment, and then he was able to borrow the rest. With that, he got started with the business, and as soon as he showed a profit, he was able to borrow more money. To make a long story short, he ended up acquiring this downstairs area, Jake's Hideaway, and she's smiling as I talk behind the camera. And this became known as Jake's Hideaway. Upstairs it was called Jake's Pancake House or Jake's Downtown. Now actually this was called JR's Hideaway, now it's called Jake's Hideaway. And we're cleaning up this place. I can show you the kitchen now, and it's really not what it used to be. The kitchen, I'm not going to get into details, but the kitchen was really a disastrous place. He couldn't do anything down. The previous owner neglected this place. But I had gotten ahead of myself because Jeff ended up selling the restaurant to 3 different people. He had 3 different partners. Now they paid rent to him because he was the owner of this place, and they had a lease of I guess 10 years. I'm not sure what the lease exactly was. So when they took over this place, they neglected it. They used this corporation, Restaurant Management Corporation, as a tax shelter. They made all their payments for the rent, for the cars, and for everything else, and they took it all out of the corporation. Of course, sooner than later, it all started to come down. The restaurant went like this. By the time Jeff found out, and this was opened in 1975, so it's been 15 years. Now, I believe the previous owners took this place over only about 3 years ago. By the time Jeffrey Stone found out, he had back rent from his partners of about $300,000. That includes the taxes that they owe to the IRS. And finally, he found out what was going on, and he exercised his right as landlord, and he kicked them out. And he decided to buy the place. Actually, he took over the place, and everything that is in the restaurant actually belongs to the Restaurant Management Corporation. A new corporation was set up called Vendor 50 Limited, and and so what happened is that everything that's an asset and it's not a fixture, it's not attached to the restaurant, belongs to the previous corporation. However, it has a lien on it. It has a lien for the landlord and for the IRS. And what Jeffrey Stone decided to do was to have an auction and be the highest bidder for everything that's in this place. So we're going to have an auction. I just had to have inventory done of everything you see that is not attached to the place. We took inventory of, and that was my latest job. Now we're going to have a big auction, and he's going to have a bid for it. It's going to be the highest bidder, and the IRS and him made a deal so that he would acquire all this equipment so he could bring the restaurant back up. So I came into the picture when I was working at Salerno, and he decided to come in. I had only been manager there for about 2 months, and he made me an offer to come over here. And I guess he had just taken over on December 22nd. He made me an offer in late December, and I started working in January after giving Salerno and his owners plenty of time to get settled with a new manager, Metro team. So then I started working over here and found out what a mess this was. Found out what it is like. I think it's easier to start a restaurant than actually have to fix one.
The restaurant's from hell.
It's a restaurant hell. However, people don't know that. Customers don't know
they
that.
will now. I'm going to sell this tape.
No. This is not a restaurant from hell. This is a very salvageable. Salvageable?
Salvageable.
Salvageable.
Mm-hmm.
She's very good with English, so she helps me out. Now that I've forgotten Spanish and French and Italian,
Oh no.
I'm forgetting English also, so I'm going downhill. But anyway,
So we're gonna follow you to the kitchen?
well, we are going to have a little detour, and I'll show everybody around. But
Okay,
did I finish my story? The story was
Oh,
that.
gosh.
So now I'm with this new corporation, Vendor 50 Limited. I'm the general manager of both the upstairs
Ooh.
area. Yeah, very impressive.
Yay!
I don't have a business card yet. All right? I'll get it to you later. This is
Okay.
Jake's Hideaway and Jake's Restaurant. Two restaurants on the same corporation in the same premises. This is more of a intimate dining atmosphere. We do have a chef called Richard who used to work for Che Pasta across the street. We acquired him. He's working with us. The deal is that he's running a little catering business out of our kitchen, and therefore he's waiving his salary while he works off hours to pursue his catering needs. And then we don't pay him, and he helps us out, and he's the one that is largely responsible, if not fully responsible, because of all the people that he's known, and he's brought in to help out to renovate the kitchen, and we're going to look at that. Now, you may not think it's very impressive, but of course you haven't been able to see what the kitchen used to look like.
There's no animals anymore, is there?
There are no animals
Okay.
now. If what you mean is rats the size of a cat, you know, with tails extending.
So if you see me
about
scream and drop the
5 or 6
camera, you
feet.
know why.
No, we will not look for rats today.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to scare anybody. This is not a horror film. This is just purely information. This is
Okay.
a documentary of
Okay.
sorts. Huh? Now let's go this way.
Okay.
Follow me and don't shake the camera too much.
Wait.
All right.
Don't let me trip either.
All right, right this way.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna go through the dining room. Okay.
When it says light, what does that mean?
That means it's low in light, but let's
Okay.
assume that it has enough light. See, this is the bar. Just showing where we're going to.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go through this door.
Okay.
Okay. Come in. She's blind as a bat. This is the kitchen now.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is the area here. Okay, you can see the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
This is the sink right here, our dishwasher system.
Ooh,
We've
that's kinda
we've
grody.
acquired new equipment here. We have a deep fryer, a new stove, a new grill. Okay, all that's been acquired. But this is the state of the restaurant, and this is what it used to look like all over. And these are the kind of things we have around now. We just
Bravo.
yeah, we just called out some people to clean up all this area.
Oh my god.
We have grease all over. We call it grease busters, and they take care of all that. We have to clean the ducts over here. These are called the hoods. And the ducts that go all the way up to the upstairs area, to the roof. And there's so much grease piled up in there that somebody has to come in, a professional company, and steam that. And they use a steam, they use chemicals, and they pump that grease out, all that grease out once it dissolves, and they get it back to almost new. So now we can go this way. Let's go this way. Okay?
Can I walk without tripping over anything?
Yeah. This way.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, there's a little walk-in here. Walk-in.
Oh, how interesting.
Very interesting. I'm sure they died, you know. We're getting everything painted over here, show them what the walls look like. And
Oh, there's a bug. Oh, let me
We're gonna
zoom
go
in
this
on that
way.
roach.
No, we're going too close. It's out of focus when you go that far. Come on. Right this way. Okay, all this is going to be painted. We're going to put panels on this, and we're going to paint all that. It's going to look
Potatoes
brand new, okay? Right
or
this way.
onions?
You're going to realize this is a very old building. All right, the light is very limited here. So let's go through here. They won't be able to see. It's getting dark. We're going to go back into the lit area of our dining room. Now, we went to the back of the kitchen and right to the hideaway again. So come on down here. There's no light there. You can't see anything. So come on down.
I can't see anything, period.
Okay. So you can see how the lights work behind there. Maybe I can keep focusing on that. I'll show you how the lights work. Okay. for the red lights. We're missing the blue light and the green light. Normally we'd be able to adjust those. I don't believe the green light is working at the moment. Okay.
What light?
We just had it fixed. Okay. Anyway,
What are we waiting for?
like I said, there's a lot of work to be done in this place. And what we're trying to do is to stabilize this situation because it's very, very unstable. I'm learning the business very fast because there's no other choice. Basically, I'm left here having to do all of the things that I'm supposed to know, and which I may not know at times. So a lot of times I'm going to be learning as I go along, and that's fine with me. And when I took this job, I knew that was going to happen. Fortunately, that causes a lot of stress at times, but got to deal with it, and I know the best way to do it is working hard and putting that extra effort so that that in the future things are going to start becoming familiar, and I'm not going to be as hesitant about doing some of the things that I'm worried about doing now. But anyway, you can see the ceilings over here are very low. We put glass on. Well, 10 years ago, an interior designer designed this whole area. Now we think this is an area that has a look that has passed. We think we should modernize this area. Downtown is a total new town than what it used to be 10 years ago. It has to be modernized. I think that there's a lot that can be done. I think we can liven this place up, and there's a few ways to do that. However, it's difficult when you're working with low ceilings and you don't have windows and your light is very low. So you have to work with what you have, and this is what we have here. Jake's upstairs is a restaurant that is a coffee shop. Okay, it used to be known as a pancake house. That area could be turned into 5, maybe 4 different shops or fast food operations. We don't quite know what's going to happen upstairs. However, whatever happens upstairs, I'll probably be managing whatever is ours. Now, he may rent it out to other businesses, and I will be overlooking the operation of it, most likely anyway. We don't really know. We're working with the plans. We're working with the interior designers. He's got proposals on his desk. There's businesses like Kentucky Fried Chicken that want to get in there. There's Barro's Pizza. There's a sandwich deli shop. There's she's giving me the sign up and sign down. I guess what was the sign up for?
The deli.
The deli sign up.
Boo on Kentucky and Zabaros.
Yeah, I don't think we want to bring a fast food operation. And the main reason is that that if you have a nice restaurant down here and you have a fast food operation upstairs, you could have conflicting images. You could have a problem with it because people are going out to the upstairs area and they say, well, we got fast food here, and then they would expect the same, I suppose, from downstairs. Now, there's a huge building going up behind us, and there's a park that's being built. Everything's going to be done within 7-8 months. That might have access from the back.
We should go film outside before it gets dark.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Okay.
I do have some work to finish.
Well, we'll just run out there and get the
we'll
get
stop
the building.
the camera, and then before we go, and when I
Okay.
shut the door to go out, we can film outside.
Right
And
now?
I wanted to go to Paradise Park, where this is the new job that
Oh, no.
Laura just got, and she's working with birds, and she really loves birds. In fact, she used to work in a legal office as a litigation clerk, and she had a little bird called Sinbad who was flirting with her all the time, and she learned how to whistle from him. Is that right?
Yeah, he taught me
Well,
how to
she
whistle.
almost learned how to whistle. I think she's still working on it. You may give us a demonstration of your whistling potential.
Okay, let me try this out. There you
That's
go.
pretty good. That's pretty good. We won't ask her for anything else.
That's where my talent ends.
That's, yeah, her talent's in right there. Whistling is not one of her categories. Anyway, she has a lot of other categories to speak about, and she won't be the one to mention it because she's very modest about herself. Actually, I'm wrong. She always talks about herself. I agree. But that's good. I like confidence in women. That's very good. Don't you think, Laura?
Sure, why not?
I think
Whatever
she
you say.
thinks that I have everything to gain and nothing to lose to be with her.
You got it.
I got it. I feel the feeling is mutual, I suppose. No, I don't suppose. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. There's no wishy-washiness here. I'm sure of it. I'm positive that we get along very well together, and we have a good future ahead.
I'm gonna have to keep this
Barren a
tape.
disaster anyway. You're going to keep this tape just
Well,
to
I
show
should
me
I
those
should keep
moments.
this section right here.
Oh, this section you're going to edit
This
everything out.
complimentary part right here.
The complimentary part. Okay. It's free, so
Oh, okay.
nothing in return is expected.
Oh, okay.
But I think we're going to stop the tape right now, and then we'll
Okay.
continue upstairs. And this is just the beginning. I hope I
Oh,
give you a little bit
God.
of a background on what I'm doing. This is a new job. I'm working lots of hours. As a matter of fact, today's Saturday. I didn't expect to be working this late. Of course, I got $43 in tips, so I can't complain. Aside from my salary. They pay me $2,500 a month. He's going to have a written contract saying that I will have profit sharing, which I don't expect any, because we're going to take a loss this year, considering the amount of expenses that we have, including all the renovations that have to be done for this place. But it's still a nice clause to have in the contract, you know, along with a possibility for ownership. 10% is going to be offered to me if I'm interested. I think in the future, not now, there is a possibility once I know what's going to happen with this operation. Now, this is about 5,500 square feet of prime property. So he's a developer, Jeffrey Stone is, and he certainly knows what to do with his money and his restaurant and his square feet.
You picked the right guy for it.
Yeah, I think I'm working with someone who's teaching me a lot, and he's willing to teach me a lot. That's why I'm very excited to work with him. Every time I'm with him, it's a learning experience. He's the kind of guy that doesn't fool around. He doesn't cut around the edges. He goes full blast, straight ahead all the time. Sometimes he's a little straightforward and rough with people, but I find that I'm on his good side. And so that's always
Let's hope
comforting
it
to know.
stays that
And
way.
he actually hired me right off the bat. He's offered me this job without knowing anything about me, without seeing a resume, and given the confidence that he had in me, and given the fact that I didn't have to prove anything, except for now. Once I was in the job, I decided not only I didn't want to let him down, I thought I would not want to let me down by not taking this job. I mean, it was a great opportunity, and Salerno was good. It was fun, but in a way, I was reaching a dead-end situation. So it was either switching careers, or going back to school, God forbid, or getting started with something. Now, the funny thing is, I'd be willing right now to go back to school and study, because I know the applications when I would go to